Hello, and welcome to Autism Dating, this time for women. I have got a lot of comments from women that my videos on dating don't really apply to them. So this is my attempt to address dating for women with autism. So I've given this a great deal of thought. This is a video that I have been pondering on for months now. How am I going to address women on the autism spectrum that are trying to find a significant other? So let's look at men. I'm a guy, and I know guys, so this is, hopefully I can get this down. Here's the unfortunate truth. Now this doesn't apply to me, but it applies to a lot of guys. Most men only want one thing. And we know what that one thing is. sex. Very simple. A lot of guys, not only do they want one thing, they're very immature. Even guys who get older, I'm going to assume that maybe you're in your 20s, but even say, even guys who are like 50 years old can be very immature or very horny, or both. So yes, younger guys tend to be even more immature, but a lot of guys are not as mature as you think. And the unfortunate thing too about guys is that when they're dating, a lot of guys do want marriage and love, and they want that, but at the same time, a lot of guys, even though they want that, they're also players. They don't necessarily think about other people's feelings, think about themselves. It's all about gratification. Now, I'm not this kind of guy, but this is how the majority of men are like. Gratification. They just want that instant gratification. That's why there's all that physical sports and contacts. They always have to have something to keep them satisfied. So it's like television. It keeps one satisfied. So it's unfortunate. Most men do think with what's down below, and they don't think up here, and they end up hurting people. And sometimes they meet sweet girls and they end up hurting them too. So there's a lot of games and drama and stuff that goes on, not necessarily intentionally. And here's the thing, because they're not mature, maybe they see a girl and they know right away that this girl's not the right person for them. And I'm going to explain to you why everything that I'm explaining is going to help you out. So they see a girl, maybe it's you, I don't know, but they meet this girl and they know it's not going to work out, but here's the thing. They want one thing, and they're immature, and they're afraid to, say something to hurt the other person. Instead, they don't realize that they're going to have a bigger problem down the line. And this is very true. So a lot of men, they'll enter a relationship because they don't want to nip something in the butt right then. And what ends up happening is, they might seem nice and everything, they're going along with it, they're being that nice guy, and then they get what they want of you, and then they realize, this isn't going to work out. Of course, they realized it earlier, and then they end up hurting you. So this is the unfortunate truth about a lot of men. A lot of men suck. A lot. And it makes it very hard for a guy like me to get a really good girlfriend, because one of two things have happened. Either they've screwed up the girl so that she has a bitter feeling towards guys, so that she won't open her heart again, etc., etc., etc. And I don't like the way things are. I assure you that I don't think that's awesome, because I want a really good girl, and so this either destroys the girl, or it turns the girl into a complete slut, where she goes in the same games that the other guy does, sleeping around, all this type of stuff, not caring about other people's feelings. And yes, there are manipulative women who don't care about other guys' feelings because they got manipulated on and messed up on and cheated on and all this type of stuff, and then they do the same thing usually to sometimes nice guys, sometimes to guys that maybe deserve it. But nonetheless, it's a vicious cycle, and it has really screwed up dating in the United States of America, and perhaps in other countries as well. So that is the unfortunate truth behind it. So here's the thing. A lot of girls, there's different types. There are the girls who have only have had maybe 1 or 2 boyfriends or even 0 boyfriends, and they have a very romantic view of relationships. Now I like girls like that. That's awesome. But unfortunately, sometimes, and this can be especially true for someone with autism, a girl with Asperger's syndrome or autism. The unfortunate truth is that you can become so obsessed with this fantasy, this idealness, and I think it's a good fantasy, but it can become unhealthy at times, and you think this guy is that Prince Charming, and you really get hurt big time. I hate seeing that happen. It pisses me off. I absolutely hate that. I really hate guys like that. It just drives me insane. But that happens. So here's the thing. It's awesome to have that ideal romantic view if you're that type of person, if you have that open heart. But it's also important to realize that almost every single guy wants one thing. And some guys can be very sweet. It doesn't matter, like I said again, you think just because they're older and they maybe had their heart broken a few times that they're have learned and they're ready to settle down, all that. Not necessarily. There are older men who they can really appear sweet, and then next thing you know, they're gonna mess you up. So you have to keep that in mind. So the thing is it's important to keep an open heart, but to be prepared for the worst at the same time. And I hate saying that. I really wish that it could be that you love somebody, they love you back, and bam, and it's perfect and it's harmonious and it's everything that it should be. And I really wish things could be that way. I really do. So that's one type of woman. So for you, you just have to be aware, be very careful, because a lot of people get hurt that way. And then there's the type of girl who you want that relationship, but you don't believe in love. Either you didn't believe in it, or chances are you really got hurt, and that has really distorted your vision of love and romance. So here's the good news that I have for you. The good news is that love and romance does exist, and it is real. But you have to understand that it is real and that it can exist, and you have to allow yourself to open and believe in that again. But now you've learned that you can get hurt, so you're more prepared now. But it's important to keep that open heart, because if you don't have the open heart, you're going to end up in another relationship that is not 100%. Maybe you'll get lucky, but having that belief that it can happen and aiming for that instead of just settling, which is what ends up happening a lot of times. Once someone really gets hurt, they end up settling. They don't believe in it, so they say, what the heck. You're really cheating yourself if you do that. So don't do that. It's not awesome. So yes, real love absolutely can exist. And so it's important to still aim for that. And then use your knowledge of how men are dirty and messed up, and make sure that you keep them on a leash. I don't know, but the truth is that a lot of guys suck, and it's true. And I wish I could say better about guys. I wish. No, a lot of guys with autism are really great though. A lot of guys with autism are very loyal, and they end up getting hurt. They end up being the ones that get hurt by women who got hurt and who don't really care anymore because of them getting hurt. That's really unfortunate. A lot of women too with autism end up getting hurt because we're so, both men and women on the autism spectrum, we're innocent in a way. We don't see the intentions of the other person, or we don't see that the other person maybe sees us as a rebound, or that they just want somebody, but they're not ready to open their heart to someone, or that they want someone. This could happen to a guy with autism too. A woman can come into their life, and the woman maybe got hurt in the past, and this guy, helps fix that. And the next thing you know, after she feels better, she dumps the guy. And this happens a lot. I think this even happens to people without autism. So it's a vicious thing of unawesomeness. It is not awesome. It is vicious. It is evil. So it's something to keep in mind. So for you women with autism, the secret to dating guys, it's hard because with autism we have a hard time judging people. So the thing is to really pay attention to what the guy is saying, and to test them, put them through hoops and ladders, see if he really loves you. Seriously, if this guy really loves you, you know, don't sleep with him right away, and make sure he'll go across the end of the road for you. Because a real guy who really wants a girl should do that. Now, at the same time, though, don't ignore the guy. Don't, because that pisses me off. You know, if a girl ignores me, guess what? I'm gonna ignore them. Goodbye. I don't care. You're not worth my time. So, when I say put them through hoops and ladders, I mean challenge them. Make them, you know, don't, not necessarily like buying stuff. No, I'm not saying, you know, get them, you know, to do something extravagant in that way. I'm saying have them prove their loyalty to you. Have them, you know, show their heart first. You know, it's important that you keep things steady, and that you make sure that this is the right guy. So it's a hard subject. It's really tough because unfortunately a lot of guys are immature. Like I said, that immaturity really F's things up, and it makes things harder for good guys like me. So I don't like it. So I really want you women to learn from this video, so that there aren't any problems, so that you are happy that you do find that ideal guy, so that things can be easier for me, so that there's less women getting their hearts hurt and messed up, and there's less guys messing things up, and less women messing up other guys. It's not awesome. So the cycle should end. Okay, I've said enough about that. So have awareness. Just be aware that the world is not necessarily what you want it to be. But true love can exist, but just remember that some guys, they don't know what they want. So that's another thing. You know, ask the guy, what do you want in a woman? And another thing, to be your best self at all times and stay true to yourself. So hopefully this video has proved useful. I'll probably have more videos on autism dating for women. I've already done a lot for men. Of course, I can always do more for men. So I thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, please let me know, because it can help me out. It can help out future videos. And I thank you for watching, and I wish everyone an awesome day of awesomeness. Thank you.